What happened at the end of that first week is she was allowed to telephone her parents and say she was going to be released, and it was all finished, and she was given her mobile phone to text me and tell me that she was coming home. So we were hugely relieved. And then a day later she wasn't released, and as it transpired later she was transferred 1,000 kilometres away to a town called Kerman, which is in the south of Iran. And she was kept there in solitary confinement for 45 days. At that point, Nazanin was incredibly weak. I mean, she was too weak to be able to stand up, so Gabriella had to be lifted onto her lap. And when she was put on her lap, they just sat together in silence with Gabriella just stroking her face and you know, just looking across at her granny and to check that it was, and then looking back at her mummy and just, you know, obviously it had been a long time since she'd seen her. Nazanin and I met in 2007 and had newly arrived from Iran. She'd got a scholarship to come and study here. So we started dating in about November 2007, and I first went to Iran to meet her family and you know, effectively present my credentials as a prospective son-in-law in the spring of 2009. Her dad said, many religions, many differences, there's only one God. One God, one wife. Am I clear, my son? One wife, which was quite clear. They're very good people, very spiritual and kind people. By the time of our 7th wedding anniversary, which was on August the 14th, Nazanin had been locked up for over 130 days, and we were doing various different kinds of campaigning to try and get her out. And in fact, on the wedding anniversary, with my family, we were tying woolen knots and ribbons on the Millennium Bridge as a memory. And that was one of the bridges when we were students that we'd love to walk across. Unbeknown to us at the same time, Nazanin was being taken to court. She was taken to the Revolutionary Court, which is a secret court that no one's allowed to go and watch. At the beginning, so what sort of most struck me about Nazanin at the beginning, she's got this sort of lovely youthful spirit and a great playfulness. Yeah, really sort of warm and giggly, and we all have relationships that can be tricky, and this was just very easy. I remember saying to friends at the time that it felt like coming home. She was sentenced to 5 years. She was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment on secret charges. So they said it was related to national security, but they didn't ever say what she'd done wrong. And she was allowed to telephone me to tell me that. And she was devastated, really upset. A bit angry, but really the idea that, you know, she'd gone there on holiday. Been on holiday 4 times before with Gabriella. She'd been on holiday every year since she'd come over as a student, and then this time just to be, you know, taken a sentence like that, just crazy. Gabriella was born in June 2014, so she's just over 2 now, yeah, she's been a bundle of joy. She really has. I thought she was going to be a little boy because she was very wriggly in the tummy, but a little girl came out. She's also been very wriggly since. The last call, she confessed that she'd written me a goodbye letter, and that you know, bequeathing me Gabriella effectively, and obviously just didn't feel she'd ever get out. And that was a shock for me, if I'm honest. I thought, you know, okay, it's frustrating and hard and so on, but I hadn't realised that the level of anxiety that she's under, and the worry to her family, the worry to what else is going on, the sort of the manifestations of that in terms of palpitations in her hands not working properly, and pains in her neck and so on. It's common for many people who come out to talk about feeling suicidal, but we all think we're different. I didn't realise that she would be feeling that way as well.